next two bands, or the next two picks for RSG. So with the Hellcurt, there's no Atlas, there's no Kofra. Could be a Cho hero here for a Bren Esports just to solidify, the damage. But by the way, there's no gold lane yet for Bren. But they have an option with the Beatrix. Could be one for them, and maybe carry as well.
Oh, yeah.
Super Marco's win rate on the carry, you have to always bring it up. It was so good. Last season,
This is
what's up?
this is the first time we're seeing
Why are we seeing
the backstage.
the broadcast room? A lot of proprietary technology being shown on stream. That was
something new. That's something we don't see every day. We see
Interesting.
Santi in the English.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of people, saw a lot of things
Let's
today.
make it happen here.
shout out to everyone. This is actually that was good because you have to see what happens on the background.
Yep.
How intricate, how much effort goes to putting on the show. It's not just, oh, here's a game, here's some people to talk. It's not just that. Esports is so much bigger than that.
Yeah, shout outs to our amazing prod working all their way to make this an awesome show. So now to go back onto our banning here, Bren Esports has taken a Lolita. And we all know how Light performs well with this hero. And there's no marksman yet for Bren Esports.
Actually, for RSG, it's a good option for them to pick Hilda.
Really?
Just to find where the Hellcurt is, right? We've mentioned earlier that there's a problem whenever there's a team fight. They don't really know where Hellcurt is going to be coming from. And there's a possibility to actually delay the farm of Kyle TZ. But if Kyle TZ, if we talk about his playstyle, he's not really part of the team fight. Rather, he is the finisher of the play. As to why kill participation is not really that high. But it's going to be Franco and Farsa here for RSG and waiting for that marksman hero.
RSG's draft looks very balanced, right?
Yep.
I like this. I like this from RSG so much. They have full control of their lanes, have good attack in the early game, mid game, and late game.
Okay. So this could be a difficult game for Farsa, knowing that, well, in the lore she's blind, and there is also Hellcurt, who takes out the lights.
Double blind.
Right?
Yep.
It's hard because, technically speaking,
in despair.
a lot of ways that the
Nathan!
lineup of RSG got with the Nathan pick. For Super Marco, how is this?
It's not super surprising because this is actually such an underrated hero. I know it lost already when people tried to pick it up earlier on the season, but maybe people just weren't ready for him yet. Maybe this is the time for Nathan to shine.
And it's in the hands of Super Marco, Rockhart. So there's always a possibility that how Bren Esports is making all the magic happen with their pocket picks. And who knows what could end up next.
This is going to be a thrilling matchup in terms of the marksman heroes that we've seen from both our teams. Very different in terms of the skill set, how they really function in terms of team fights. So I'm just really looking forward with the rotation as well for Bren Esports and RSG. For Bren Esports earlier, they had Super Marco part of the team fight as early as possible. Now for RSG, their strength is giving the space for Eman. So there could be some differences and adjustments, but we'll see.
Well, adjustments. Light got his Franco back in his hands, and we know how Light plays with his Franco. And one thing was concerned in game number 1 is he wasn't having a good amount of vision for his team. But now that he's back on the Franco, this could mean something for RSG to freely rotate this time, even where a Hellcurt is present again.
Yeah, that's actually true. Again, if you are a Franco as much as possible, you want to be one step ahead. But when we look at the matchup of the Franco and Lolita, that's an ultra fast, by the way, hook from Light.
Man, Light really did not waste any time. Ultra fast crowd control as soon as he can, as long as it's on cooldown. And they kind of forced a back. That's pretty big from a roam.
That's a good thing for RSG. If they are able to have Ogwen be back on the base, it means that the rotation and vision of Bren Esports is not really that big at this almost 1 minute and 30-minute game time.
Yeah, get that space.
Well, if space is concerned, I'm also thinking how Ogwen manages to have this onto Super Marco, because right now let's talk about Nathan, because we haven't seen a good Nathan game, and with this patch, does this change everything? Does this hero has a chance to really have a good standing in terms of the win?
There's a term we use for that. It's called laser. When Nathan starts to laser you down,
Yep.
that's when you know you might be in trouble.
And it is a type of laser that stings,
Yeah.
right?
It's AoE.
It's AoE. And also, there is a lot of crowd control as well. That is one consideration. And it feels like Super Mark is a type of player that really likes those type of marksman. I was about to say super marksman, but yeah, marksman heroes, because with the Melissa go away and even the ultimate of Nathan, basically the same in terms of crowd
The
control.
carry,
The
right?
carry as well.
Look, somebody got taunted here, right in the pit.
This could be bad, but look at that. Beautiful pickup by Light. Will be countered immediately by the final slash from Flapteasy. Look at that when he charged up the Numenal Blast, and they take down H2O. And there goes the retribution for RSG.
Not stopping. He's still moving forward. Ogwen and Flapteasy trapped in a turtle pit, and Kyle Teasy secures the turtle.
Oh, there he goes. Look at that. Flapteasy. His final slash went online again, and he took out Nats. So far, so good for Bren.
An objective after a kill, or a kill after an objective here for Bren Esports as to why they are on the lead in terms of the gold. It was a nice call for them, and at the same time, Flapteasy was really on point. That it was difficult for RSG to handle that final slash, and I gotta say that there might have been a misplacement in terms of exhorts Federal airstrike at that moment, because it was too far from the turtle pit. But looking at the gold lead right now, it is on in terms of the marksman, so really tight on that lane. So we might see a rotation later on from both our teams to support their gold laners.
Well, speaking of gold lane progress, look at the items now with Nathan having his steel leg plates, and also on the side of Eman, I believe they have the same and fair momentum, having their gold lane or even their pace active, because right
the
now
legendary pants are important.
And the legendary pants turning into new teams.
The new jeans.
Oh, it's called new jeans now?
Yeah, well, that's what
new
we call it
jeans
now.
when
Just
it's
so-
upgraded.
That's what, you got to get into meta, bro. That's the meta
Okay,
right now.
okay. Steel leg plates are now new jeans.
jeans,
Who has the points for this? Rockhart or Chantel?
What?
Who made this?
Hey, Chantel
Me.
did.
Oh, no, okay, that's 505. This is the first time I'm hearing new jeans. Oh, look at the hook light.
Ah, that was a beautiful hook right now. Light going in alongside the rest of his team. A little bit too slow right now, but H2O, he's got enough energy, eruption, to get into the flow. Good eruption from that damage of the Appraiser's Wrath. Hook in by Light, and everyone's getting ready to fight. Emando gonna go in, fade away with a torn apart memory. Not enough to slow down the Hive.
A very nice retaliation by Bren Esports. It was actually a nice energy eruption by H2. It just so happened that at that moment, RSG's players, the rest of the players are actually far in the side of a team fight, and it was really fast specifically for few at that moment with that Shadow Strike. So with the Shadow Strike, there's a taunt effect. And it was really difficult for RSG, but again, there's another turtle objective here being started by Bren Esports.
And also the ultimate of Ogun was countered with that from TC up in the middle.
Yeah, Flapteasy once more with the final slash at the back, slowing down RSG enough just for Bren to secure that turtle. Nats goes down, and that should be the end of it. But RSG right now, they're trying to find another way to get back here.
We could see the confidence here from Bren Esports during that kill against Nats, because at that moment, Nats actually used his vengeance, but we could see Kyle TC just dealing damage, poking damage against him. But yeah, looking at the items right now, we could see the Feather of Heaven already for Super Marco, so that is a nice item with the attack speed as well. So he also has that movement speed from the boots. So we're waiting for that perfect item for Eman to be able to deal damage against Bren. Maybe the Demon Hunter, not the Demon Hunter sword, the Blade of Despair or Malefic Roar.
Speaking of Blade of Despair, could this be an interesting choice for Evan? I see Rose Gold Meteor up in the first item.
Oh, that's not something you see every day. But right now, what you see, RSG can't see because it's all dark right now. Numenal Blast being used by Ogwen and Super Marco with just destructive amounts of damage. RSG, they're trying to fight back. They're throwing everything they have, trying to take out Bren, and they take out few in the end. But of course, RSG won't go down without a scratch. They also will pay for it with Nat.
Trade of 2-1. The goal lead goes still for Bren Esports.
And it's now 2.6k, and another objective will be taken here by the side of Bren Esports. And it's as if they're playing, or whenever there is an initiation, they will go straight and penetrate the formation of RSG every moment. And we've mentioned earlier that for Bren Esports, it's like the Dark Knight Falls is the call that let's meet up here. Let's bring some goodies. Let's fight against RSG. And it's a good thing for them because they are playing very synchronized.
So it's like Kyle Teasy is the one making the call. So it's a Dark Knight call.
The Dark Knight call, yeah.
Yes, the Dark Knight
I couldn't help
call.
myself. It was right there.
Ooh.
Anyway, instant eruption of damage, and there's just nothing that Nats and H2O could do. They got deleted immediately there.
Right now, it's still Bren Esports dictating the pace. For the question on how a hook landed again.
Beautiful hook there from Light. But look at that beautiful final slash into a fadeaway flicker. Just like nothing happened.
Again, it is an easy way for Bren Esports to actually disengage whenever there is a team fight for RSG. But for RSG, the good thing is that they have the burst damage with Exord. By the way, Exord has not been taken down here for this game, so the burst is going to be there from him. They just need that perfect initiation with the hooks from Light. Again, we've been mentioning this earlier. When there is a good hook, so there's a good kill.
The Dark Knight has been called upon once more, and Super Marco is just nigh unstoppable here in this game. And Bren Esports just invading all the properties, all the territories that the Raiders have to offer.
Purely on confidence onto the Hive. The recalls are showing in, and this is purely damage. I really want to ask myself on the items here. Supermark on the 402 up against Emon.
And it is a very big discrepancy in terms of the items. Again, for Super Marco, really more on the magic items, again, because of the innate skill set that this hero has. And we really have to take note that it is just the Rose Gold Meteor and even the Malefic Roar. So it's really more on the defensive item with this Rose Gold Meteor. So I kind of feel like for RSG is trying to speed up the defensive and the physical items that they could bring in against Bren Esports.
7.5k gold lead for Super Marco.
28k total damage?
He's got Feather of Heaven,
Wow.
Genius Wand, and Holy Crystal at 9 minutes. It's like, oh, good luck. Good luck surviving against that.
And it's as if the item of everything, from theory of everything to item of everything, that's why the damage is everything here for Super Marco. And it's one thing, guys. A 7k gold lead, 7.4k after his turret damage. And for RSG, yes, they are definitely in a difficult spot right now. And they have to defend this Lord. But the good thing is that, again, in terms of minion wave clearing, they have the kit.
Well, looking at kits on how Bren Esports damage right now is really showing up against RSG. Let's talk about how the fact that this team could bounce back in the later stage of the game with so much amount of burst damage and also have the burst up against RSG. The defense items right now needs to show that they can hold each of the attacks that Bren Esports can do.
And when you said the defensive items, look at the item here for RSG. Yes, there are two players that holds the dominance ice, but where is the burst? Actually,
There's
the only
no magic resist.
Yes, there's no magic resist as well. And the only burst item that they have is completely depending on the stacks of that Clock of Destiny from Exhort. But another Dark Eye Falls by Bren.
Oh my god. What? H2O.
Oh no!
That was too fast. He disappeared.
Yeah. And this is not looking good for the Raiders right now. There is a Lord that they will melt because right now, Bren Esports on a 10k gold lead. They have so much power. They have so much punish. And this is the punish bed we're talking about. Look at the players' gold. Three members of Bren Esports rising on top. And Emon is the only one from RSG to counter the damage, ranking on 4th.
I just have to say, there's not much for me to play-by-play because people just die right away.
And I was just actually analyzing before that play-by-play at that moment. The issue was already dead. But yeah, for RSG right now, I gotta say that they really have to have the stronghold as much as possible. Oh, Slap TZ got hooked in. Can he react in time though?
It looks like Bren Esports actually wanted that hook to happen because H2O got picked off again.
Another potential of a crucial pickoff, and Bren Esports totally outlasted the damage with this kind of lead. It only tickles.
Again, it's a huge factor. Wait, there's a continue play.
Oh, a continue play. Oh, this time around, we're not going to wait for a hook. Let's take the fight to them. And there's very little that RSG can do to stop it. Bren Esports going for the throat and ending that game.
Bren Esports, without breaking a sweat, they have swept the Kings of C just as this moment. And